Peace and blessings, Soul Tribe. Peace and blessings. Welcome to everyone overseas in America, new and returning. I have missed you guys. Um, it's been a while. It's been a long time, but I didn't leave y'all. I have been MIA though for about a month, maybe a little more. I went from doing heavy spiritual work for some clients, a few clients. I went from that straight into a 2 week sabbatical. And coming off of that sabbatical, we had a death in the family. And so it's been a month, you know what I mean? But I am here. Um, I am back. We are preparing for um, another death that should be any day now. But I want to first say, let this be a lesson or an example that although we are who we are, although we are who we are called to be, um, even in the midst of us walking that out, we are not exempt from life. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are not exempt from those experiences, those emotions, etc. Okay. And anyone who tells you any differently, um, they might need to go talk to someone. Okay. They might need to go talk to someone. Spiritual psychosis is real. And I'm going to get into that in this video. Um, but yeah, spiritual psychosis is real. Before I get into it, though, I want to say thank you. And I know that those are only two little words, but those two words are from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you to everyone who has reached out, who has checked in, who has checked on, everyone who has sent or expressed condolences in any kind of way, anyone who has sent a cash app, right? Um, just during the time, y'all don't know how grateful, how appreciative I am for all of you, for this community. Um, you know what I mean? Truly grateful. And so, gratitude to all of you. I don't have to call names because y'all know who y'all are. If you reached out to check in on me, to check in on my family, you know what I mean? If you called, if you text, if you expressed condolences, be it Patreon, here on YouTube, in email or text, thank you. I There are no words to express the level and depth of gratitude that I have. Um, just know that I cannot say it enough. I cannot express it enough. All right. Um, to those of you who thought something might have happened, think again. Nothing happened. I'm here. Y'all ain't gonna get rid of me that easy. Real talk. Um, but at the end of the day, no matter what your thoughts or wishes are toward me, I move and operate in a spirit of love. All right. We know that love conquers all. We know that it's the highest vibration of them all. And I am never going to get on the level of anything or anyone beneath me in order to match energy. Okay. Just never gonna do that. I'm too blessed. Um, and life is good. And so no one is ever worth that. All right. So I am here. I am back. Content is loading. Okay. Patreon content is loading to those who are over there on Patreon. Digital workbooks and all of the digital downloads for the month of April, those will be um, posted in Patreon within this week. By the end of the week, that content is being edited right now, like proofread, edited, checked for errors of any kind. So stay tuned for that, y'all. I am super, super excited, even in the midst of life happening. Super excited, okay? Um, let's see what else. I'm going to try to get through this recording without going into my message for Sunday, because Sunday's message is entitled Lily in the Valley, okay? And for those of you who know, you know, okay? So I'm going to try not to bleed into that, but I am super excited, even in the midst of everything that has been happening concerning my family and whatnot. Super excited for this community. I'm super excited for all of you, because there are some of you who has just walked into your winning season, okay? And you are done with anything that hinders you or that no longer serves you. And so I am excited for all of the newness, the new energy, you feel me, um, amongst the collective. But I want to talk to you guys briefly this morning, real talk, because I think that this is something that is so real, but overlooked um, in the spiritual community, and that is spiritual psychosis, okay? Now, I'm not a psychiatrist and I'm not here to give textbook definition of the term. What I am here to say is that, again, yes, we are spiritual beings, but we are having a human experience, okay? And it is so important that we get out of this habit of spiritualizing every single thing, okay? It's unnecessary, it's unrealistic, um, and yeah, that's just not how life works, right? It's kind of like if something falls, or if you have a candle lit and that candle explodes. That's the example I want to use right there. If you have a candle lit and that candle explodes, right? Going straight to the thought of the candle exploded because someone's working against you, and not really checking or looking for mundane reasons that that could have happened, that is a problem, y'all. Because what if the candle exploded because you put too many herbs and like you overdressed it? Especially if there are hot or spicy herbs in that candle. You know what I mean? If you are doing work with red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, black pepper, right? Hot and spicy, and you use a lot, you overdress the candle, and then you add heat to that. It's like, from a mundane standpoint, what do you think is going to happen? So if that candle explodes, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone is working against you. It could just mean that you overdressed the candle, the heat got too hot, and the glass couldn't take it. It's the same with soot. Like, yes, the soot on the glass has meaning. Even an exploding candle has meaning. What I'm saying, though, is we can't always just assume that a thing happened due to spiritual or energetic interference. Okay? That is not, come on, y'all. You understand? And so we have to get out of the practice, because I understand that social media and TikTok and New Age has taught everyone, has conditioned everyone to think that, if you walking around your house and you bump your toe, it's because someone has sent energy your way. And that's just not always the case. And truth be told, people are not out here 24/7 all day long, just throwing black magic. That's just, it's not how that works. You understand what I'm saying? I used to tell people all the time, and I had a mentor that used to tell us, like, nobody is that important. You ain't that important for somebody to just be constantly 24/7, right, of their day plotting against you. You understand what I'm saying? There's a thin line between, spirituality and mental illness, or again, psychosis, paranoia. You understand? And it is so important that inner work, personal work be done before we step into um, practicing spirituality on behalf of other people. Because I think what we don't realize is a lot of times the demons that one individual battles with, if they begin to do work for other people, right? Now, those people can absolutely be disrupted or affected by that same demonic energy. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why, like, if I'm sick, if my energy is off, if something's going on with me, I don't touch readings. I'm not doing no work. I'm not doing anything until I get myself back right, because I understand that it can affect my community. Does that make sense? And so, y'all be mindful. Be mindful of who you are listening to here on YouTube and on TikTok. Be mindful of what you are allowing in your ear and eye gates. Be mindful of the energy, because not everyone who comes off as whatever is, okay. Not everyone is who they post to be, okay. Um, And spiritual psychosis is very real. And if you don't know how to recognize that, if you don't know what you're looking for, then it can absolutely be missed. Okay. Um, Whenever something happens, I just kind of want you guys to stop and pause and look at the mundane reasoning behind it before you just jump straight to, oh my God, someone's trying to hex me, or someone sent some energy my way. And so I'm going to return that energy, because then, baby, you become the sender that you're returning the energy to. And so at this point, you're in a constant repetitive cycle with yourself. And so I just want everyone to think about that. And I want everyone to be careful, because spirituality is not a game. It is not to be played with. It is very serious, and it can be very dangerous if you don't know what you are doing. If you open up a can of worms that you don't know how to close, if you step into something that you don't have the authority to step into. So just be mindful. Be mindful. Um, I'm gonna be back later. I do have messages. Y'all know whenever I'm gone for a while, whenever spirit has me to be still, that is always for a reason. And I always get a lot of downloads. This time is no different. I have a lot to share. I have a lot to say. And so those videos are gonna be coming one by one, right? You will begin to see new content posted, new videos posted. Um, they are coming over on Patreon on April 18th. We're gonna go live. I'm gonna have a live Q&A session. Um, I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to see you all. I can't wait to meet you all face to face. That live Q&A session will take place via Zoom. If you are not yet in the Patreon and you want to be on that Zoom, I urge you to head on over to Patreon, choose the tier that you feel resonates most with you, and join us. Okay, I'm going to put a pin in this for now, but I want to say that I love all of you guys. I am so glad to be back. And I can't wait to share everything that I have to share. All right. Until next time, y'all be blessed. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Peace.